see this duckweed, and little green stuff is duckweed, and the other plant is hydrocolum. This is hydrocolum, and we want to look at the roots as I collect this patch. See how it floats? How easy it is to move around. You see it doesn't have much of a root system. It's not attached. See how small the roots are? So we're going to collect that and bring it over to the other spot. We're at the highway borrow canal for I-55. This cut here comes directly out of the discharge marsh, or the effluent marsh, and we are very close to that, in line with the power line where we were just a few minutes ago. Water's coming through here, and you see floating vegetation that's similar to what's in the marsh growing here. And the point of pointing out the types of vegetation that's in the effluent marsh is that they do not have roots that are attached to the bottom. And the point of pointing out the types of vegetation that's in the effluent marsh is that they do not have roots that are attached to the bottom. The two primary plants that are growing in that effluent marsh, the sewage effluent marsh, are water hyacinth, and this year there is a predominance of alligator weed. And in this particular sample you can see that it's been affected by insects that have predation on the leaves. So the two dominant floating plants are this alligator grass and the water hyacinths. You can see that these are very tender, and when they die they decompose very quickly. And the alligator grass floats too in these tubes, and it has very little root system. You can see very little roots, but they're basically hollow, which allows them to float, and then the leaves stick up. But when they decompose extremely fast on the surface of the water. Some years this salvinia is the predominant floating vegetation, and you can see that it has little root system too. It all floats, and I'm going to put some in the water to show you how it floats, what it looks like. Now this is duckweed here. It looks kind of like salvinia, only it's much smaller. It's a much better plant for wildlife, but it too does not have an ability to hold the soil together. And you can see it floating in the water there. Another predominant species that grows in the effluent marsh, and sometimes it covers large sections of the marsh, is hydrocolum. Some people call it dollar weed, or there's many different names for it, but it's hydrocolum, and it loves high nutrient concentrations. When you see this growing in the ditches along the side of the road in a certain patch, you can pretty much be sure that somebody is discharging their sewage in that ditch nearby. And there are other species of floating plants that you can find out in that marsh. They generally don't dominate like the alligator grass or the water hyacinths or the hydrocolum or the salvinia. Some years this is more predominant, some years this is, some years this is, and currently water hyacinth and the alligator weed is. But you do find things like parrot feather, which is a lovely plant, but it has no root systems to mount anything like the alligator weed, and you can see very little roots. And it's also very tender and hollow, like which allows it to float and the leaves stick up. So this is what you have instead of the maiden cane and the Sagittaria or the bull tongue that is rooted and stays in place all throughout the winter and the rainy season and holds all the vegetation there, whereas all of this will float. All of it drifts away very easily and does not hold things into place. It can move about very easily during heavy rains, storms, and especially during hurricanes. Large masses of it can be relocated to great distances. So this gives you a comparative idea why it's important to maintain rooted vegetation rather than floating vegetation, which is more dominant under the conditions of the high nutrient load and the constant flooding